What is going on? Charles Botenston here. First of all, just got out of the gym shower, so hopefully the hair and whatever, I don't really care, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, so before I get into the actual content, use me as an example. Use me as someone that you see on YouTube or wherever, and you just say, you know what, I like that. I like what Charles is doing. So number one is, obviously you already know, because all the videos have come out, that I hired a videographer, new thumbnail, and it was a lot shorter. So we took like an 8 to 9 minute video and we went down to 3 minutes. So ironically enough, it was kind of one of those things that I said, do like 2 to 3 jump cuts. In other words, have an 8-minute video, but just do 2 to 3 jump cuts so it doesn't get too boring. Do it like between my pauses. She took it as do 2 to 3 minute videos. So that was just a miscommunication, not a big deal. The second thing is, when I say use me as an example, use me as an example of mistakes. If you are not trying anything new, you are not growing. It's with anything. It's like if a tree does not go higher, it is not growing. If it doesn't dig deeper roots, it's not growing. It's trying out things. Oh, that's a curb? I'm gonna go this way. You ever see a tree and there's a big stump and it kind of just like moved around the concrete? That's exactly how our lives should be. Tony Robbins just came out with an amazing book. Amazing book. An amazing video. It's on Inc. magazine. And he said, look at nature. Nothing is straight. Nothing is straight. Everything is zigzagging, diagonal, it's down to the left and then down to the right. And he goes, anything that is straight is man-made. A street, a building, a pen, this camera, the phone, everything is straight that is man-made. In nature, it's chaos, but with chaos comes organization, okay? Because it's a whole ecosystem. So when I say use me as an example, I tried something new. I got probably 15, maybe even 20, 25 unsubscribes like that. Like people were just like, this isn't my stuff. I don't like this new material. I'm gone. And listen, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with you guys who are the core audience, number one. Number two is, or whatever, 3, whatever I'm on right now. But the core audience, you guys, who I really, truly appreciate the feedback. Some people are like, I like the shorter videos. Some people are like, I like the longer videos. Some people are like, I like the thumbnails. I don't like the background. What I do is you have to try things. Do you understand how many times, there's 2 ways to look at this. Do you know how many times someone doesn't try something, but they'll give feedback to what they think? They've never tried it. They've never tried it. Yet they give feedback. And I'm not talking about you guys. I'll give you an example. So we're looking for a videographer. And I said, the content, it's going to be like Gary Vaynerchuk. The editing, I want it to be like Logan Paul. And the actual storyline, like Casey Neistat. So I put it out there. This guy that's in our building replies with this like paragraph of just shredding my post. He goes, by the way, Logan Paul, it takes 8 hours and 2 assistants. Casey Neistat, tell your own story. And Gary Vaynerchuk, he's great, but what are you gonna do for real estate? You know? He's in a business that he could story tell. Really? He's in media, okay? Media, what kind of storytelling? He's not an entertainer. He's not a musician or an athlete or someone that you typically be like, I want to follow this person because they entertain me. He's not a vlogger. He's just a businessman. And that's essentially what I was creating. So I took the feedback from you guys and I said, you know what? You're right. I, myself, and the reason I actually did the videos is because I wanted to get comfortable talking about self-development, self-improvement, book reviews, or whatever I thought in front of a complete stranger holding a camera to you guys. So it was putting me in an uncomfortable position on purpose. And then the feedback came back. So we're literally looking at multi-dimensional. So number one is, this is what creators go through. Creators go through a period of, should I actually put this work out there? Is it worth it? Is it good enough? What are people gonna say? And I said, you know what, fuck it, put it out there. Receive the feedback, be open to the feedback. Don't be like, no, I don't like this. You put the work out there, the marketplace is saying it's good or it's bad, and then you readjust. And that's essentially what we're doing, is we're readjusting the video content. So tomorrow is the last video that we shot. We're gonna have podcasts. I actually, I think I did 5 podcasts that I really like podcasts. So if you're not subscribed, go subscribe. Links are below. But they're going to be on YouTube as well. But with that, you have, and I say try things. So in other words, this guy criticized me looking for what I want as a videographer, yet has he tried it? No, because I clicked on his profile. He's an older guy. I respected his feedback. However, that should not stifle you from moving forward. That should not stifle you from keep on creating. You know, whatever the book is, The War of Art, or The Art of War. Yeah, no, The War of Art. Incredible book. Have to read it. There's something called resistance. Right before you put out a blog post, or you put out a video, or a SoundCloud, or whatever, and I'm gonna have this because I'm gonna be doing daily vlogs. I'm literally gonna be doing a daily vlog. And it's gonna be seen by my clients, by my family, by my friends, by my Facebook, by Instagram, and I'm just gonna blast it out there. And I just created a product, and the resistance is, what are they gonna say? What's the feedback? Is this good? Should I do this? Should I not do this? That's all going in your head. And you know what he says in the book? I forgot the name. Do I have it over there? No, I don't. But in the book he says, and Tony Robbins says, whatever you resist persists. So if you're resisting making sales calls, going to the gym, it's going to persist in your mind. However, in the book, The War of Art, he talks about the resistance is exactly what you want to do. That's why you care. Let me say that again. The resistance, wherever you have resistance in your life, is what you truly, truly want to do. That's why you care. Because there's things that you don't even care about. Like, I don't care about opening a bar. So like, opening a bar is not even in my thoughts. But as a single guy, I'm like, there's a pretty girl. I have resistance. What is she going to say? What are the people around her going to say? That resistance is, I want to do that. I care about it. So whatever you have resistance, wherever you have resistance, is somewhere you actually care about. So don't be like, no, I don't want to do it, because that's apathy. You're kind of like, you're kind of just intentionally failing on purpose without actually creating any content, without actually creating what you want to do or doing whatever you want to do. So I was actually going to do some content with this, but I think this video alone I don't look at this as a failure or a setback. I look at this as feedback. I say, okay, you know what? I wasn't as comfortable. I also didn't communicate with my videographer. People said they wanted longer videos. They liked the thumbnail. However, they didn't like the background. The music was too high. So all of that feedback, I just readjust. Like in nature, it's never a straight line. It's never a straight line. Here's success. Here's where you started. It's never a straight line. It's like, okay, you know what? Video content, people are liking it. Ooh, videographer and I were not on the same page. We went down a little bit. We leveled off. We felt some resistance. We got some feedback, and now we're going to start going up again. So just use me as an example, as someone that try things and then see what the feedback is. And the resistance is exactly what you want to do. Have an awesome day. Subscribe to the video. Soon you'll be seeing the daily vlogs. If you haven't signed up for the seminar, I don't know when it will be, but I know that I'm creating some awesome content. You're also going to be around a community within New York City. If you are in New York City, I wouldn't fly in for it, but if you're in New York City, I would definitely go and attend. All the links are below, including the podcast. Have an awesome day. I really appreciate all the feedback. Time to go. See you at the top.